right, we are on number 32, Essential Elements Quiz. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is draw in those symbols. It says draw these symbols where they belong and write in the note names before you play. So we have a treble clef, then we have a repeat sign, which means repeat. That repeat sign is in the middle. It's the 2 bars with the 2 dots. And then we have 4/4, which is our time signature, okay? Time signature just means how many beats you play in a measure and what note gets the beat. So in this case, 4/4 means we get 4 beats in a measure and the quarter note gets the beat. So first you're going to draw in that treble clef all the way to the left of the exercise. All right, we practiced this in class, so it should be a review. Draw that treble clef all the way to the left at the end of, or at the beginning of the measure. All right, I'll give you time. Right next to the treble clef, you are going to draw 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, as you see it drawn over to the side, right above that second yellow arrow. So to the right of the treble clef and to the left of our first note G, right in the middle of those two things, you are going to write 4, 4. Go ahead. Then at the end of the exercise, okay, so where you see that F whole note, and then there's that little yellow arrow below the staff, right there you are going to draw the repeat sign, which is again those 2 bar lines with the little dots to the side, okay? Go ahead and draw that at the end of the last measure. All right, now that you have that finished, we are going, well, if you haven't already, I would like for you to write in the notes, the note names below the notes themselves, okay? There are little lines dashed out for you to write in the notes, so go ahead and write those in. If you haven't, pause the video. If you have, you may just continue the video. So again, if you haven't written in those notes, press pause. Awesome. Now, since you've written in the notes, we are just going to play through this entire song, all right? One time before I tell you some things to think about, remember while you're playing. So let's go ahead and try playing through the entire song one time. 1, 2, ready, go. There are 2 things that I want you to take away from that first time of us playing. The first is that I was tying each and every single note. Tying just means taking the tip of your tongue. So with me real quick, say T, T, T. Ready, go. T, T, T. Now say ta, ta, ta. Ready, go. Ta, ta, ta. You'll notice that when you say T or ta, the tip of your tongue is hitting the top of your mouth, like the roof of your mouth, okay? That same tip of your tongue, when you are tying on the clarinet, should be hitting the top of your reed, okay? It's going to feel really, like, super duper weird, okay? Because your tongue isn't used to hitting the reed. You should not be using your throat or any other part of this area to be tying and doing these notes. You should be using the tip of your tongue. If you need to pause this video and practice tying the notes with the tip of your tongue on the top of the reed, you can go ahead and pause the video. All right, so the first thing is that I was tying every single note, and that you should be doing that too. The second thing is that at the end of the song, that F whole note should be held out for 4 entire beats, okay? I realize that's a long time to hold out a note, especially if you haven't done it before and you're used to just cutting off the note right away or ending the note right away. However, by playing the note as it's written for 4 whole beats, you're building something called endurance. Endurance is how long you can play and how comfortable you feel during that time. So if your mouth is getting tired from playing, you're starting to lose air, and you're physically and mentally tired, that's the end of your endurance, okay? But that time, the amount of time that you could play comfortably is your endurance time, okay? So real quick, let's try playing F for 4 whole counts. 1, 2, Ready? Go. All right, before you played F, you should have taken a huge deep breath from your gut, right? You should have blown into the instrument, and if you stop playing before I stop playing, then you didn't make it to 4 counts. So this time I want you to take a huge breath before you play, and I want you to try to go as long as possible, and then cut off when I cut off, which means just stop playing when I stop playing. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. The second thing we need to practice is going from E to C, because that's not something we usually do. E, remember, is the pincher, the crab pinchers, 1 and thumb. C is 1, 2, and 3. So let's practice E. Ready? Go. And C. E. And C. All right. Now we're ready to play the exercise again, starting with G. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. Hopefully you did the time better. You played the F at the end for 4 whole counts, and you got that E to C note really well. Let's do it one more time just to make sure it sounds good, and then you may move on to 33 afterwards. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. Great job. Join me for number 32 or 33, deep pockets, after you are done with this video.